Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Madden 17 No Money Spent Road to Glory. And as you can see, if you did watch last episode, the coins in the top right corner are a little bit higher. I know it's been a week since the last episode, and I can only apologise for that. I know my uploads haven't been as consistent as they should be lately. Obviously, coming up to Christmas, there's a lot of other things to get done at the moment, and YouTube, unfortunately, does have to take a little bit of a backseat at times, and this is just one of those times. But I am really going to try and get on it pretty soon, because I have a lot of time to do it coming up. I suppose sort of just after Christmas and times like that, there'll be a hell of a lot of time to fill, and I can do it with just getting videos ready for you guys. So if you are looking forward to that, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. But also, something I wanted to ask for you guys is, I want you guys to all comment anything down below in the comments. Anything like a funny joke or something you've done in Madden this year that is quite impressive. I want you guys to comment down below, because one of the main reasons why I really love doing YouTube, obviously, is to interact with you guys. And if you're not commenting, there's no way I can interact with you, to be honest, except from social media or things. And I'll get onto that in a little bit. But comment down below on anything you want, pretty much, and I will get interacting with you guys. So I'm pretty good at interacting with near enough every comment that comes up anyway, but that's what I'll be doing with you guys in this episode. Mainly will be an interaction episode, and sort of an episode of what I've done over the past few days, because I have been playing Madden a little bit, not as much as I usually do, but I've been doing a little bit. As you can see from the coin balance, I have got about 60-70k from the last episode, and we do actually have a better team. So I upgraded the team. I think I probably made over 150-200k since the last episode. But also, if you guys want to know what I'm doing on the Road to Glory more often, I'm going to try and start tweeting about it a hell of a lot more often. So I'll keep you up to date in things. If I don't mention it in the video, or if I forget to record it or something, this will be, or Twitter will be the place to go for the updates. So the Twitter link will be in the description, or you can just go to the YouTube channel, find it from there. It's just Shanato YouTube on Twitter, so don't forget to follow me on there as well. But anyway, enough with that. We'll go on to what the lineup is looking like. As you can see, it's 90 overall, which I'm pretty happy with, and the team overall looks a little bit like this. So load hole, I think I might have got a better right tackle since then. If not, I did. I got Marcus Cannon, so I'll put him in. And I actually did his set because I'm going to try and very slowly work my way towards getting a Man of the Month hero. I got in Cannon there, as you can see, and I also got Theo Riddick team hero, because he goes up to an 89 with the route running chem. I've got tier 2 route running chem, and he goes up to 89 rated, so he's pretty good. And as a third down running back, he is very good, because he's probably the best receiving back on the game, I think. Anyway, he plays insanely well at receiving back, because I've used him for a few games and he does do very well. But we've got Antonio Brown up to a 96 now as well, with a few of the upgrades. I think getting Tim Brown in there, who's also new, got Antonio Brown up to a 96, so I'm very happy with that. Can't believe we got a 96 rated card already, considering we haven't spent any money on the account. And also Tim Brown as well. We managed, so what I do over the weekend is when the Legends come out, I spend about 1 or 2, maybe 3 hours just trying to make as many coins as I can. And I know there are better ways to do it than what I do, but I do it a very safe way that I know will work. So we got Tim Brown in. I mean, 89 speed, 94 catching traffic, 93 route running, 93 catch. He's going to be open a hell of a lot of the time. And at 6 foot, you know, he's tall enough to contest quite a few jump balls as well. I mean, his 84 jumping isn't the best, but I'm sure he'll do a hell of a good job for us there. So I might put him in the slot. But the Golden Tate's such a good slot receiver for me. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do there. I probably do need one big, tall receiver, vertical threat kind of guy. But at the moment, I'm happy with those guys. So what I did to get all these coins was I flipped legend cards. And I know I talk about this quite a lot on the series, but it's just the best way to make money for me at the moment. So when the legends come out on Saturday, what I do is I'll buy the collectibles in really cheap. I think I got the Tim Brown collectibles for around 8k a piece. He sells for 120k, so I got them for 8k a pop. That's a 40k saving on a very good player. I mean, if you can get someone like that for 80k, you're not going to turn down the opportunity. And he's 92 overall normally, but 93 overall Tim Brown there. Very, very good card. And On defence, I also got Bob Sanders, strong safety. I got his collectibles around 8k a piece as well. He sells for around the same price, and I actually ended up selling him. I managed to sell him for 130k. He was a little bit inflated, so sort of 10k inflated at the time, which means if I can buy him for around 100k a bit later on in the year, I will have made quite a bit of good profit off of that. 20k profit just off of picking up collectibles reasonably cheap. It only took me about 20 minutes to do, so I'm more than happy doing something like that over and over again to get more coins in the series. But the D-line there, we've definitely upgraded the D-line. Geno Atkins and Harrison we actually packed from packs we got for doing solos, and I really needed 2 D-linemen, and I was contemplating who to get. These 2 guys seem to fit the bill very well. 94 block shed, 90 block shed, 93 power move on Geno Atkins, which has been upgraded considering we got the chem style or the chemistry up for him. And Harrison as well. They both look like very good run stoppers, which is really going to help us when we start coming up against those guys who abuse the run, because we have 2 pass rushers on the outside, so we really needed run help through the middle, and Clowney is going to really help with that as well. So those 3 guys are really going to help us. And Theoretic, third down running back, Justin Tucker as the kicker. But we've got Theoretic in there just because of how good he is at receiving the ball. As you can see, 94 third down running back. He's a pretty good running back anyway, but when he receives the ball like that, it'd be stupid not to put him in a sort of short third down runs and passing situations. Also got an elite coach who helps Malblunt get up to 93 overall, I think. I mean, I just packed Zimmer. Oh, sorry, I got him from the set. So I put the elite badges into the set, and I've just been grinding the elite badges throughout the course of the year as well. And if you guys want to see everything I do, like, let me know if you want me to start tweeting about it more often as well. If you want to follow me on Twitter, let me know like that as well, because I'm more than happy to say exactly what I'm doing throughout the whole series, just to give you guys sort of a bit of feel of what is going on. So I did tweet about doing these actually. Nice little segue there. The solos, the rushing gauntlets are out. Or all the gauntlets are out, sorry, should I say. And we've got through 10 of the rushing gauntlet. Haven't had time to go through more of them. But if you go through all of these, it's 100k just there, waiting for you to take. Plus some very good packs. I think you get 2 pro packs, 1 all pro pack, 1 legend pack, and 1 game changer pack from each. So that is 3 very good game changer packs. Legend packs always give you a fair amount of money, because the collectibles minimum, unless you're unlucky and you get very common ones like Emmitt Smith or Reinitschke or something like that, they're going to sell for around 10 plus k, and that's what I tend to get. So that's an easy 130k there. I actually got the Jerry Rice collectible from one of the pro packs in here just after he'd come out on the weekend, and that was a free 60k. So that's at least 160 plus the other 2 10ks, 180k just from doing the gauntlets. And they're not easy, don't get me wrong, I don't think they're easy solos to do, but they're doable. They take a little bit of time, some take a few tries, but they're definitely doable solos. So if you don't do them, just get onto them. I mean, you can get out 1 gauntlet a night pretty damn easily, and you have a month to do them, so it's only 3 nights of your month dedicated to getting about 200k, which can get you that alone can get you a good team. Also finished the NFL journey. That took quite a long time. I mean, I'd just sit there while I was watching the games or something on the weekend, and I'd grind out these, just zone out while doing them, because they're not too hard, the NFL journey ones, except when you get to the end they can get a little bit tricky, but on the whole they're pretty easy to do. As you can see, I've got a lot of solos done, which does take quite a lot of time. So I know people say doing a Road to Glory without spending any money, a lot of people do it, but they don't like the people who spend a lot on the game. Admittedly, I put a lot of time into the game compared to those guys who spend a lot. They spend a lot, they don't have to put much time into grinding. They can just get on, and if they enjoy head to head, fair play to them. That's what they deserve to do in the game. But something else I do want to talk about is the seasons. They've actually changed it so you can progress to the Super Bowl now, which I think after the other update they did where you had to pay tickets to actually play head to head properly is fantastic. It puts a good ranking system back into the game, so you'll play against people more often than not who are around about your skill level, which is great. I think it means you won't come up against those guys who are absolutely going to destroy you, or come up against guys who you're just going to beat 50-0 and are going to pretty much just waste your time, to be honest, because beating someone 50-0, it can be quite fun sometimes, but personally I think it's a lot better to have a closer game than a 50-0 absolute destruction. Unless I'm recording videos, a 50-0 destruction is perfect. But in the long run, I think it's better to have those really close games, maybe where you go to overtime and just squeak out a win on a field goal or something like that. But I'm starting out in rookie second string. Haven't done any of these yet. I was going to wait and do the first ones in this video, which is what I will be doing. I'll be doing 1 or 2. I'll probably do 2 games in this video because I want to pad it out a bit with gameplay as well as talking about this, because this will end up being about 15 minutes, I think, of just me talking throughout the start. But rookie second string, I want to probably work my way up to all pro first string. I don't think I'll be able to get all Madden, simply because I'm not a good enough player. No matter what team I can put together, people out there, some people are just unbelievable at the game, and I don't think, I might be able to work my way up there, but on the whole, I'd be more than happy just to get all pro first string, to be perfectly honest. I'm not, like GS, he's an absolutely incredible player, and I don't think I'm going to get up to that level. But anyway, these are the games. I'm going to try and do 2 games this episode, and if you can get 7 wins per 4 losses, or 3 losses, sorry, that's a win. That's a pretty high win percentage you have to get, but I think lower down that should be pretty doable. But as you can see, a lot of the people are actually around the lower level at the moment because it's only just come out. And I will be playing the good players to start with. It will take a few weeks for the really good players to work their way up to all pro first string, all Madden first string, things like that. And then I'll probably be more around my skill level at that point. And also a reason I want to get into this is because I want to do the Josh Norman mid-season Muttmaster set. And you need a hell of a lot of competitive badges to do that. You need 100. And at the moment I have 6. So I don't play too much head-to-head actually. So it's going to take me quite a lot of time to get through to them. But hopefully over the course of the year I'll be able to do that. And we'll get a nice 95 rated guy. No matter what point of the year, he's going to be a good player. We also do need to do the Man of the Month set for that. I'm definitely not going to do it this month because each set will cost you around 30-40k. Each team set. So I know you do get good players for doing them as well, which will help the team out, and I can probably sell my other players to generate the coins to make those sets together. But I might see who else comes out. To be honest, I probably will go with Josh Norman, just considering how good a card it actually looks, and having a good cornerback is probably the most vital position on the team, I think. Personally, because I never use the cornerback, sometimes use the linebacker, rarely safety, but having a good corner, it will just make up for certain things that a lower rated corner won't do. Also, we have most of this set done. Obviously, besides the 2 really grindy ones, we have all the elite chems, we have the gauntlet we can put in there. The elite badges, we can just buy them, so we just need to get the Ultimate Master and the Man of the Month collectible in there. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'll jump into the gameplay. That was more of a club run through. If you want another episode of this week, do let me know. I'll probably do a draft video as well this week, because I haven't done a draft video in a little while, and maybe also my offline season, because I've just totally gone off that for now, but I do want to get back into it, so I'll definitely start doing that soon. But for now, I will jump into 2 games for the episode. And also, I should say, if you do enjoy the video, or as I said earlier actually, if you're enjoying the video, comment anything down below. Just want to start interacting with you guys, because that's the main fun part of YouTube for me. It's just getting to know the community a little bit better. So do that down below. But for now, we will jump into the 2 games for the episode. And jumping into the first game here, you can see our team there, 96, 94 and 93 overall. And we're coming up against someone who actually has a fairly decent team. As you can see, 90 rated, 89 and 88 in there. So this guy does know what he's doing, considering he has a pretty decent team. But our first play of the Super Bowl head-to-head, and we fumble the ball instantly. Pretty lucky we get a recovery there. Would have been absolutely gutted if we didn't get a recovery, and our first play in the Super Bowl, or the road to the Super Bowl, was actually a fumble. But we can start working our way upfield, and this drive was probably one of the most clinical drives I think you can have on Madden, to be honest. We're moving the ball very nicely up the field, getting the run involved, getting passing involved, and where I can see openings, I'm going to go for them. You can see right hand side is going to be open. We're going to have blockers for pretty much everyone. We're going to manage to get at least 10 yards, and we get 11 yards there. And we're just slowly working our way up the field, nice and steady, which is what I want on the first drive. I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to make any risky passes, have to bomb it deep or anything. And I'll just run with Le'Veon Bell wherever I can, and it's working. So why not keep doing it? And this is why we have Dallas Clark in the team. I mean, he's a very good receiving tight end. As you can see, he was going to be open there, but Antonio Brown was open over the middle, so we're going to go to him. And we're just going to run it up the middle for a nice, easy touchdown early on. He does stop us at the 2-yard line, but all we're going to do is we're going to sneak it in for a nice, easy touchdown there. I double QB sneaked, hurried it up, and just went for it again because I saw there's no way he's going to be able to stop it unless he uses a linebacker, which he was never doing. So we get a nice, easy 7-0 lead. Just winding down at the first quarter there. And that's why you get a better kicker than one of the silver or bronze ones, because they probably would have missed that. But we have Justin Tucker, who is the best kicker in the game at the moment, stats-wise. So he's not going to miss that. Pretty lucky to pull him, because I think even until the end of the year, he's going to be the best. Got a fumble there. Could have got a fumble recovery, but Ray Nitschke decided not to go for the scoop up and didn't get it. But my opponent here, don't know how he got that off. That shouldn't have been a completion. We had it locked up, we had double coverage on him, and somehow Julian Edelman comes down with it, unfortunately for us. And he starts to move the ball a little bit nicer there. As you can see, 2 completions out of 3, so his passing's not terrible. Goes for a play action. He was barely ever running it, and he's very unlucky not to come down with a pass there. I think he could have got that, gone with a possession catch, and just worked his way upfield. Unfortunately for me, I try and undercut the route with the linebacker there. As you can see, my user game isn't the best. I'm not going to say it's good, because it's not, but I'm trying to learn, and the best place to do that will obviously be down in the rookie levels. So it's getting a little bit better. It's better than it was. As you'll see a bit later on, we do make a few plays here and there, so stick around for that. But my opponent turns the ball over there, and we're going to go with a nice play action. Wait for him to gamble on the screen. He totally gambles on it, and we manage to pick up a nice gain and go out of bounds to stop the clock. So we still have just under 2 minutes left, coming towards the end of the first half. And I'm just trying to get out of bounds on every play here. So I'm making sure every play gets me near the sideline at least. I'm not throwing over the middle. I'm throwing to the sides, and considering he's using a D lineman exactly like that, he's just really gunning for the sack no matter what. As soon as he gets off that block, he's diving in for the ankle tackle, which tends to work pretty well. But for him, it just wasn't coming off. So I'm gambling on a run here. I think I might be able to get a run off. I think all my linemen, if they hold their blocks, I'll be able to get a nice 10-yarder. And I do. So we're up to his 35-yard line. I know I just need a few more yards forward to get a field goal. So I'm just going to play it safe. Playing it safe this game. I'll definitely get a bit more risky as the games go on and I get a little bit more comfortable with the play style. But for now, I'm just going to play it safe and work my way upfield. So 21-yard line. Could have followed the block a little bit better. There was a nice hole on the outside or through the middle, but I decided to run into my lineman and only get 3 yards when we could have potentially got a touchdown there, or at least got 10. And he looks up the run perfectly there. So 3rd and 9. I'm thinking if I'm not going to get the first down, I'm at least going to run or stay inbounds so he has to burn a timeout, or I can get the field goal and just waste the half. But for us, fortunately, left-hand side wide open. Dallas Clark, he's going to get very close to a first down. And I'm just going to sneak it forward for the first down because it's pretty much impossible to stop the sneak just to get inches in the game at the moment. Going for the corner out there. Unfortunately, I think that's Tim Brown didn't come down with that one. Forces us to a 3rd and goal. 19 seconds left. So his defence wasn't awful. It wasn't hard to break down, but it wasn't easy to break down either. And that's why you have Theo Riddick on your 3rd downs, because you can just roll him to the flats and he's gonna make the catch every single time, and he's quick enough. He has great acceleration, so he's quick enough to get into the end zone there and get us that 2-possession lead going into the half. And my opponent, as you can tell, he gets the flag there, so he's a little bit frustrated at this point. But you can't rest during a game of Madden. A comeback can happen at any moment, to be honest, so we've got to stay on our toes and just hope we can get stops on him, because he doesn't have one proper offensive drive yet. He's got a lot of, on his first drive he had a lot of 3rd down, 4th down conversions, so we just have to make sure that doesn't happen again. Rolls out with Andrew Luck there, and don't know how we don't get a pick there. I can't believe that wasn't a pick. We had 3 players bounce off their hands and not get a pick there, and we have people who are pretty good at catching in our secondary, so very unlucky there. I think he's unbelievably lucky to get off that pass, though, to be fair. 6 for 16 on completion, so we're looking at the pass pretty well. Not sure how he came down with that with the pressure on him, but he thought he saw a hole in my defence. I'm going to try and lock that up this time, as you can see. I'm gambling over the middle. Unfortunately, we don't get there. Nitschke nearly makes an interception. He's definitely jumping for it, and I think what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and just go with a 3-4 defence and have 2 middle linebackers and pick up, I think it's Buchanan, I think is one of the best user middle linebackers, just to get me in the habit of it a bit more. But he goes for the deep ball, Mel Blount comes down with the interception, and all we have to do is run down the clock a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do. Go into Golden Tate there, nice curl route, wide open like anything, and he gets near enough for first down. My opponent does get a sack, forces us to 2nd and 19. We make a nice sidestep there to avoid the sack and try and launch it deep. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off. I think that would have been a pretty nice play if it did come off. Just a little sidestep to a nice deep bomb. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Forces us to punt, and I'm not afraid to punt at this point. I know I can lock him down on defence. And as you can see, 1st and 10. He's on his own 14. It's a long drive for him. He's going to go with a play action. Not sure how Andrew Luck shrugs off a tackle there like it's nothing, but he does, and he actually ends up making a yard on the play. Couldn't believe that. Thought I was going to get at least a 2-3 yard sack on him. He's rolling around in the pocket, but there's Rainichke coming up big. I think if he had a limited edition card or a card that was a little bit high rated or something, I'd buy it instantly because he's just such a good player. I mean, if you can afford him, definitely get Rainichke. But my opponent ends up quitting there, and we're going to jump into the second game of the episode. But fortunately, we got a win in the first one. And coming up against my opponent here, decent team again, 91 overall, 89, so he has a fair few good cards. Nothing compared to our team though, as you can see, 96, 94, 93 as per usual. And we're starting off on defence, which I do prefer because I can get sort of a feel for the game on defence. If I give up 3 points, I give up 3 points. But on offence, I feel like if I get a turnover, the game is so much harder when you're coming from behind and he gets ball at half. Fortunately for my opponent there, gets a 3rd down conversion. Don't think he deserved that whatsoever considering the throw into double coverage, but everyone I come up against at the moment seems to just throw slant routes or to the flats. That's all they do. No one ever runs the ball and no one ever throws it anywhere else. As you can see here, he's going to go to the slant route. We're going to jump it. Unfortunately, we don't get the catch, which is quite gutting because I read that absolutely perfectly. Cut in front of it and we didn't come up with the catch, but he did turn the ball over. So, end of the day, it didn't matter too much. Fortunately for us, I would have been very annoyed if he got a touchdown or something there. But we're going to try and drive our way upfield. Golden Tate in the slot coming up with a big catch. And all we have to do is just slowly drive upfield to beat this guy because his offense wasn't good. And when you can come up with catches like that, to be honest, you're going to win the game. That wasn't a deserved catch. I should have dropped that and I should be on 3rd and 19 or whatever it was, 3rd and 20. We're going to go with the C route. Comes off perfectly with one of the Brown brothers coming up with a catch. And just to seal the deal, we're going to go with a nice screenplay, and this will make my opponent quit the game. As you can see, we make a nice little hop, step and jump with Le'Veon Bell there. Causes him to quit just after halftime, and that is the end of the video, guys. So if you have enjoyed it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon for another Madden 17 video.